Now let us see why multiple inheritance is not in Java. Now I have a class top. I declare a method show. I say show of top. Then I have another class top one. I again have a show. Top one. So now I have a class sub which extends in case both top and top one, which currently is not possible. Suppose it is possible. So now if I create an object of class sub and I say suppose I make an object of class sub and I say this is equal to new sub and s dot show. So what show it is going to refer to? It inherits a show from class top. It inherits a show from class top one. So in case I write a code like this, so there is an ambiguity in what show the system should refer to, because both of these shows are there in class sub by inheritance. So this is where the problem lies in case of multiple inheritance. So now another thing we'll like to see is, in case I have a multi-level inheritance, as I say top one extends top and another class say top 2 extends top 1. So we have a 3-tier inheritance. At the top is the class top. Let me have a variable int x is equal to 10. I have an int x is equal to 20 in top 1 and I have an int x is equal to 30 in top 2. So in case I want to access, suppose I have a show here in top 2 which will print both which will print x from all the classes. So as you might have seen that we have top which extends to top 1 which extends to top 2. So in case I write x, so this prints x from top 2. Now to print x from top 1 I write super dot x. Now what to do to print x from class top, which is one level above the class top 1? So I cannot write super dot x, but there is another way to do it. I convert the current class object into the class I am trying to get the value from. I convert this into class top and then print the x. So this is how you can refer to the variables from class which is one level above the superclass. So for the direct superclass we can write super.x. For any class above that we can convert the current class object to the class type and print x from this. So I'll just create a class object of top 2 and print show. So we get 30 current class, 20 for the immediate superclass and 10 for the superclass. But the problem is the same you cannot apply for methods. In case I write show, then super.show, then cast this to top class and say show, because of runtime polymorphism, it will again call show of top 2. I'll just demonstrate this. So for variables there is a way out, but for methods there is no way out. From this show I can call super.show. So this calls the show of top 1, but there is no way to call show of top from top 2. In case I try the same trick, casting this to class top, and then writing show. Now because the current object is of type top 2, this will again call the show of top 2. So this will become a recursive loop and it will never end. We'll just see as I run it, it will end into a infinite loop. So this is run into an infinite loop. It is printing show of top 1, top 1, top 1. So this is, it calls back to this. So this is calling super.top1, and when it comes to this, it again calls this show itself, which again calls super.show, and then again this call is executed, which repeats into a recursive loop. So for variables we can use this trick, but for methods we have no system to call for a multi-level inheritance in Java. So we've seen how why we removed multiple inheritance was that in case of similar methods inheriting into a common class, there is an ambiguity into the call as to what method the derived class should run. In case of multi-level inheritance, we can see how we can call the variables of superclass and then the superclass and so on.